Happy Halloween, everybody. Yes, you're getting the same costume as last year, except now I have a beard, so I guess I'm older Double D. Yeah, sorry, I just couldn't be bothered, but anyway, remember a few years ago when I reviewed Scooby Doo on Zombie Island for the 20th anniversary?
You hear the screeching of an owl, you hear the wind begin to howl.
The first Scooby Doo movie ever released direct-to-video. I watched it a ton as a kid and was happy how well it held up. It had some good atmosphere, the characters managed to stay close to their classic portrayals while getting some updates, and there were some genuinely creepy moments. And of course, I'm not the only one. This is usually regarded as one of the best Scooby Doo movies by fans and non-fans alike, and will launch a whole bunch of Scooby Doo direct-to-video films, most of which I haven't seen. Although I know recently they've been doing a lot of Scooby Doo meets blank movies, from Kiss to the WWE, and even Courage the Cowardly Dog, which just came out last month.
But 1 year after I reviewed the original, because I guess the 21st anniversary is a good milestone given that you can drink, they decided to release a follow-up.
An actual, honest-to-God, direct sequel to Scooby Doo on Zombie Island, called Scooby Doo Return to Zombie Island. Or, as the DVD cover says, Scooby Doo Return to Zombie Island, original movie. When I first heard about this back in 2019, I thought it was a joke. I mean, I know Scooby Doo is still popular, but why make a direct sequel other than possibly cashing in on the nostalgia? It came and went, with most people just being mixed on it. I honestly kept forgetting it was a thing, but you know what? I want to give it a fair shot. It's easy to go into something like this and think it's just a cheap cash grab trying to pander to millennials who grew up watching the original. The writer is Jeremy Adams, who's worked on a lot of Lego stuff and other Scooby-Doo projects, as well as that Teen Titans Go vs. Teen Titans movie, which I did see and it was okay. The directors are Cecilia Aronvich, who worked on DC Superhero Girls, and Ethan Spalding, whose credits include the Looney Tunes show and Avatar: The Last Airbender, directing episodes such as The Tales of Ba Sing Se, The Painted Lady, Boiling Rock, and Susan's Comet.
Well, based on that, this has to be at least okay, right? This is Scooby Doo Return to Zombie Island.
You know, it's been a while since I've got an actual physical copy of the thing I'm reviewing. I legit saw it at Walmart while I was buying groceries for $5, and my god, DVDs have gotten lazier. This thing doesn't have scene selection. What DVD doesn't have scene selection? Anyway, the movie. We begin in the bayou, and it does start with some pretty chilling animation. It's minimum, but it does have a lot of atmosphere, while at the same time giving us a recap of the first movie. So we see the gang running through city as something is chasing them.
Werewolf!
I was promised zombies, 0 stars.
Thankfully, Fred somehow manages to get past the werewolf in an alley, get to the mystery machine, and create an elaborate pulley system to capture it. You know, Fred's often considered the least interesting part of the group, but damn if he doesn't know how to set up a good trap. So now we see who the monster really is.
Just as I thought, Old Man Wither's son...
Matt Damon?
So after a job well done, they clean up the mystery machine and get a montage of them capturing monsters. Okay, you found an actual vampire, holy shit! And I guess I can take this time to let you know the voice actors. Frank Welker returns to play Scooby and Fred, as he's been doing for years, as well as Grey Griffin playing Daphne, who's been doing it since Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. Shaggy's voiced by Matthew Lillard, and I'm so glad he took over after Casey Kasem. I know those first 2 live-action movies aren't great, but I have a soft spot for at least the second one. Even as a kid, I thought the first one was kinda meh. But Lillard as Shaggy was perfect casting. But then there's Vilma, who's played by Kate Misuth. And don't get me wrong, she is great, but she's kind of like Patrick Warburton. She has a very distinct voice, so all I hear are the other characters she's played.
I've got an entire section on my big blog of mysteries called Unsolved Capers. It's like you're one way in private and a different way in public. But then I reminded her that we promised Scooby and Shaggy we wouldn't solve any mysteries. Her name? Ina! A totally real name for a definitely real person! Usually we're trying to figure out how to escape some monster or who did what where. Lunch with someone I've been secretly and clandestinely pining over for months. Don't feel bad you didn't know.
Not really a bad voice for Vilma, just a little distracting. There's some nice callbacks here too.
Of course! It's the whole Withers family.
You know, over the years, how many trials you think the Mystery Inc. gang had to go to for witnessing?
But then the mystery machine starts rolling and this happens. Okay, that was weird, but it was actually a dream.
Freddy? The mystery machine is gone.
Ah, that's right. I sold it.
When did that happen?
So it turns out the Mystery Inc. gang are calling it quits.
Listen, I know things haven't been the same since the sheriff lectured us about staying out of trouble.
What, it took him 50 years to do that? But there seems to be at least one more mystery to solve, but Shaggy and Scooby are tired of being used as live bait. There's some decent jokes here.
Maybe you do deserve a break.
Okay, Shaggy and Scooby, you've made your point. No more mysteries.
We're gonna need more than that. Raise your right hands and swear.
That's a menu.
Oh, they know.
It's the Bible to them.
You guys have been running around looking for trouble for so long you've forgotten how to just be kids.
Sir, we're in our late 20s. Don't call us kids.
He suggests a vacation.
You know, that sounds like a great idea. Maybe it'll take my mind off of her.
You know, Fred's sadness over losing the Mystery Machine is way better here than that Scoob movie from last year. Also, Elvira shows up. Yes, voiced by the actual Elvira actress Cassandra Peterson. So she selects Shaggy as the winner of a tropical vacation, and thankfully he can bring 3 friends and a pet.
That's awfully convenient.
So they set off on a very shitty boat, and of course, thanks to their promise, they don't break up anything that's out of the ordinary. So they ask the captain when they'll arrive on the tropical island.
Excuse me, Captain. Where did you say this island was that we're going to?
The darkest reaches of Davy Jones' locker, if you ask me.
Okay.
Alright, that was good.
He says that there are zombies on the island, which reminds them of the first movie, and tells them he'll be back the next day just before sundown. And if they aren't on the boat, they're stuck there. It seems nice at first, but then starts to feel like a get-out dinner party.
I bet they're here to give us a real island greeting. Hi, I'm Fred, and,
Get out. Get out.
Get out.
Get out!
That can't be a coincidence.
The island is infested with zombies, and if you don't leave, you could become one too.
Okay guys, I get you promised Shaggy and Scooby no more mysteries, but they are telling you the place is haunted. I do kinda like the other 3 just trying to relax.
So, Velma, what's your favorite thing to do besides solving mysteries?
There is nothing else.
I have no other parts to my personality. I am boring.
A cat creature knocks a tree over, but only Scooby sees it. That said, he still doesn't want to get involved in the mystery. They make it to a hotel called the Moon Star, and Vilma points out that this is absolutely the same island.
Are you guys suggesting that there's something mysterious going on here?
No.
not at all. She was just,
Reminiscing, yeah, about that summer when I was working at that TV station for my school project.
Wait, that was part of a school project? I thought it was your job.
There we met a series of very unusual people. Lena, Simone, Jacques, and who could forget Snakebite Scruggs?
What about Bo?
I was never really satisfied with how that whole thing turned out. Since we're back, we could break this thing wide open.
Break open? What is there to break? You defeated the cat people, freed the zombies, everything was wrapped up.
Honestly, I kinda hate Shag and Scoob so far. They're just being bad friends holding them that stupid promise. They meet the hotel manager named Alan, then meet the staff.
That's Jack, Linda, Mona, and Bugbite Stubbs.
What?
After eating, they go in for a massage, but when the masseuses come in...
Why do they have eyes?
They didn't have eyes in the original, and that made them creepy. Well, they finally realize they're zombies and run away.
Zombies? Then the legend is true. We've
got a case of someone who has an overactive imagination.
Oh my god, you're idiots.
Like, Shaggy and Scooby saw them. You don't have to pretend. Just leave. Shag and Scoob hide before falling down a hole.
Whoa, this hole is huge. And I'm like, falling.
They find a cat statue and then get attacked by another zombie, which again looks more humorous than scary.
We can't let Scooby and Shaggy down. They've followed us through a million mysteries. The least we could do is stick our heads in the sand and avoid this one.
There are real zombies on this island. Fuck the promise. Fucking leave!
The two make it back to the house and a bunch of zombies head for the hotel.
Can't you solve the mystery that's happening right outside?
We'd really, really love to help, but we promised Scooby and Shaggy that we wouldn't solve any more mysteries.
Fuck your promise.
The only thing that could break a promise is the person that they promised the promise to saying that they could break the promise.
Oh dear God.
What? Who cares about promises? There are zombies outside!
Thank you, sir. You're now my favorite character.
Shag and Scoob release them from the binds of the promise.
First things first, we need to secure the perimeter.
I'll get the doors and windows.
And Fred?
I know. It's trap time.
That's not your catchphrase. This is.
Like I always say, onward and downward.
Montage with generic music as they board up the place. But then this happens. You could have just thrown the net on them. A cat person sets the place on fire.
Say, do you smell something?
Smells like barbecue.
Like zoink, Scoob, what kind of barbecue have you been eating?
The zombies start melting as it turns out to be the staff who are all actors, and Velma is able to figure out why they're here.
This isn't just a hotel. This is a location, and we are in a movie.
Cut!
What?
And I'm not just Alan the hotel manager, I'm Alan the film director.
Alan Smithy?
Sure!
What?
As you know, the only thing studios care about these days are franchises, like those found footage horror movies that spawn a bazillion sequels.
Pretty sure by 2019 those were mostly dead, and also Scooby Doo already did a found footage movie, and also, what?
So he found their story on a blog and wanted to make a movie about it.
There is a section called Unsolved Capers.
But Zombie Island wasn't unsolved. The cat people disintegrated while the zombies went back to an eternal rest.
There's nothing about what you just said that sounds solved.
Yes, it does. Okay, it means cat people and zombies are real, but that's still solving the mystery. He rigged the contest, but it turns out he didn't do anything with cat people. He did find Simone's pendant, though, and together they all decide to make a movie. Great, so we went from a sequel to Scooby Doo on Zombie Island to a sequel to Scooby Doo Goes Hollywood.
And the world doesn't need that.
I hope those claws on your front paws are not too sharp, and please, if you ever scratch my back, don't scream if you find fleas.
Oh, and they also got the Mystery Machine, but now she's badass.
Oh, I've missed you so much.
Hey, I do that to my car all the time. It's not weird. But no, turns out this isn't the real Mystery Machine. The next several minutes are boring, but eventually the cat person cuts the chandelier and nearly crushes Alan Smithy.
I'm finally going to get to the bottom of the Zombie Island mystery! The one where the cat people appeared and tried to suck our life force. There's no way they were real. It defies the laws of science.
Vilma, you were there. You were controlled by voodoo dolls. You saw the zombies. You saw the cat people disintegrate before your very eyes. Why did you think it's fake?
Also, apparently Scoob is now afraid of cats despite chasing them in the original. Although, given the ending, maybe that makes sense. Also, these cats are fucking evil. Oh, and there are more cat people. They head for the ferry, but it turns out Alan set it on fire.
We can't leave. Not until we finish this movie.
Well, this movie's finally starting to pick up.
Fred manages to get the other Mystery Machine off as the cats go for the pendant. We get a chase scene that's, at best, okay. Not nearly as good as the stuff from the original. A lot of it's played for laughs. We even get an E.T. reference. But they make it back to the hotel.
Hurry, everyone! Head for the hotel!
Oh, how I wish Sky Psycho would come out of retirement.
I mean, in terms of Scooby-Doo shenanigans, this is all fine, but one of the reasons I and a lot of people love the original is because it's legit creepy. Everything here is played for humor. They go down that hole Shag and Scoob found earlier.
Where are we?
Wait, if you don't know, then how the hell did the zombie, one of your actors, find it earlier? They find a bunch of holes in the ground and think they are looking for Moonscar's treasure.
But it's too late! The harvest moon has risen! That means we're all gonna turn into zombies!
That's not how turning into zombies work. They have to drain your life force.
The cat people come in, find the pendant, and this points to the treasure. Okay. But then the gang show up disguised as zombies. And the culprits turn out to be those greeters and the ferry captain. Which, okay, that makes sense. And it turns out the treasure is gold-wrapped Scooby snacks.
How did they control the cats?
With this, the four of them used a cat whistle to guide them into doing their bidding.
Oh yeah, they trained dozens of cats using a whistle. Oh my god.
But it turns out that none of them were the big black cat that had been following them throughout the movie.
Maybe, just maybe, there really is an immortal cat person left on the island.
No, not remotely how that works. The cop shows up and takes them away.
You'll get yours, Smitty.
I'm sure I will, but not before you. Have fun serving 15 to eternity in prison, lady.
Wait, 15 to life? The worst they did was get some cats to attack you. You burned as fairy. I think you should be the one going to prison.
Then it turns out the treasure is real.
Oh, boy.
It's gold.
Oh, sweet, we're all rich. Well, actually, Smithy just takes all of it and decides to retire, which is kind of funny.
I finally get to cross off one of my unsolved capers.
Unsolved? But the cat people from last time...
Must be the same people looking for the treasure this time.
And the original zombies?
Swamp gas.
You're an idiot.
So they all agree to keep solving mysteries.
I can't believe it!
Sheriff, what are you doing here?
How close is their town to Louisiana? I thought they all lived in, like, California or something. No, who cares?
Scooby Dooby Doo!
Okay, so that was, not great.
Here's the thing, as a Scooby Doo movie, it's okay. Take out the fact that Vilma takes a few stupid pills and Shag and Scoop being awful friends in the first half. The characters are mostly pretty true to their classic selves. I like some of the humor, the animation is pretty good, the voice acting's good, and the mystery is pretty solid. If you want a simple Scooby Doo movie, it's serviceable. Not the best, but does its job decent enough.
But as a sequel to Scooby Doo on Zombie Island, it is freaking lame.
There's inconsistencies everywhere, it does not match the tone, and the whole thing feels like it could have just been set on any random island. This doesn't feel like a continuation of the first movie. If they had just called the movie Scooby-Doo and the Curse of Something Island, switched the cat people with something else, this would have nothing to do with it. They took an okay Scooby-Doo movie and put the title of a great Scooby-Doo movie on it, so maybe bring in people who like the original. But why? Scooby-Doo has been going on for years. Their movies usually earn back their profit, don't they? Either way, if you love the franchise, it's mostly harmless. But if you specifically love the original, don't bother. It's not really worth it.
So happy Halloween, all you boys and ghouls. Stay safe, get your COVID vaccine, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. God, this beard sucks. Oh man, I cannot grow a good beard. This is why I shave. Like, I cannot grow a good beard. Or mustache. Oh, Jesus. Fucking Christ, it's on fire!